Hello everyone, out at the range today with the BC-201 from Bear Creek Arsenal. And what you just saw was 200 and, well, maybe you didn't see all 250 rounds because we did put some through it when we were sighting it, and my wife was having so much fun shooting it. Don't know if you caught there on that one where she said, "That's a fun gun, it's a little pew pew." But either way, 22 long rifle. It has the Hogue overlay grip on here. It has a trigger that's very reminiscent of the Ruger trigger in the 75th anniversary edition they have. In fact, I believe that a lot of these internals, potentially all of them, are interchangeable with Ruger rifles or Ruger 1022. So that's pretty awesome. It takes 1022 mags. I have the Ruger BX25 in here. It came from the factory with a 10 round Ruger magazine. It does have the cross bolt safety, and the magazine release is just like what you would see on the Ruger 1022. I have the Fairfield 2.5 10 by 40 little scope up here, little glass if you will. Got it zeroed in at about 25 yards here. Like I said, we put 250 rounds through it, and like with any 22 ammunition we just had sitting around in a box, it's dirty, it's oily, it's getting all over our fingers. You will have an occasional mishap with 22. Never fails. 22 is not the most reliable round you'll ever shoot, but we had, I'd say, 4 or 5 where the round just didn't fire. It hit it. It wasn't a primer strike issue. It did hit the round. It just didn't go down range, which, like I said, is pretty common with the 22 round. Either way, what is the weight on this?
6.5 pounds.
6.5 pounds. So it is a little heavy, but it is a heavy barrel. It is a 16-inch barrel. So again, it does have some weight on it. At first, when I picked it up, I thought, man, this is pretty front heavy. I'm not too sure about this thing. Definitely there are lighter options on the market for just coming out and plinking. I would imagine that your back may be sore if you come out and plink with this the entirety of the day, because as mentioned, it does have some weight on there. However, I will say, after having just put those 250 rounds through this, literally just did before we moved the camera over there. Typically you put that many rounds through a gun, the barrel is like screeching hot and you just can't touch it at all. You just literally can see smoke coming off of it. So this is a, what is the barrel material on this, babe?
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel. What else is significant about the barrel?
It's just a 16-inch barrel, stainless steel.
It's a 1 in what rate of twist?
16.
1 in 16 rate of twist. Either way, this is a thick, heavy barrel as mentioned in the specs. I'm having my wife read them off because I out here at the range trying to shoot, my memory ain't what it once was, and I can't remember all the specs on that. If I built the gun, I likely would not be able to remember all of the specs. So I'm just shooting the gun and talking a little bit about it. I'll put this other mag, as mentioned, we put 250 rounds. I got two 25 round magazines loaded up here. And I will say, before I shoot this next magazine, if this rifle interests you, certainly hit the link in the right hand corner of your screen. It will take you straight over to this gun. You can pick this up right off of the Bear Creek Arsenal website. So if you're interested, click that link, pick one up. Does have a right-sided charging handle, okay? It it is what it is, a charging handle. It sticks off, it's pretty tactile. It comes off the gun a pretty good bit, easy to rack. And again, trigger's good. I mean, it feels, like I said, the 75th anniversary Ruger. And I think this runs somewhere in the neighborhood of about $349, something like that.
$345.
$345? Okay, well, $345. So let's put a few of these through there, and I'll concentrate a little bit on the trigger. Well, might want to put one in there first. I assume that that's picking up on my lapel mic, but it's a very good reset. Very good reset. It has a over travel stop at the back of the trigger guard, and it is serrated on the front of the trigger. And again, it is a very tactile. You could feel it pushing back on your finger, and you can hear it. I hope you could pick that up in the lapel mic. But it's a good trigger. It's a good trigger. Heavy barrel, as mentioned. Every single time that we put a magazine through here, I took a rag and kind of tapped on the barrel. I didn't want to scald my hand, but it's warm. It's warm, sure, but it never got so hot I couldn't touch it. And I know that on my Ruger 1022, that definitely happened. So just literally couldn't even grab down here. I love this Hogue overlay grip. It does have 2 sling attachments already there for you to slap your sling on there. Nicely padded at the back, not as though you'll need it with a 1022 obviously, but I have a Hogue overlay on a Ruger Mini 14, I believe it was I had. I really like it. It really feels good. This grip feels really good in the hand, and so just like you would expect with most 22 rifles, very fun to shoot. However, it's been a while, if ever, that I've had a 1022 with a barrel this short. It does not seem to be losing zero at all. The warmer it gets, it still seems to be just fine. Put one on the head of the Crate Tactical down there. So I'm shooting a Crate Tactical target. Put a little picture of that up. And it's probably a space about that big that I'm shooting at. And like I said, this is getting closer to 300 rounds. It's still dead on that, as many rounds as we put through this, and that that speaks to that barrel, I believe, because it's so heavy, it's not getting hot, so the accuracy is not affected. So I think this would serve as a very nice getting out in the woods, small rodent, rabbit, squirrel, whatever you're hunting, because it is so short, easy to maneuver around in the woods. Put it on a sling, you're good to go. You know, maybe it would not be quite as accurate as a longer barrel, of course, but for moving it around in the woods, absolutely. And with this stainless steel barrel, you don't have to worry about the weather. Does it say anything about, is there anything else, any other specs we need to know about that I'm missing here? I'm just gonna have her to read those off for you, and I'll put you a few pictures of it up.
Non-fluted, non-threaded pitch, and you said everything else.
I said everything else? All right. Well, I said everything else. It has a pick rail up at the top here. It does not have any sights, so you absolutely will need a red dot. There's no bead or any dovetail sight on the front. It does just simply have the pick rail up here, and you will have to get a red dot if you want to hit anything. It does say Hogue on the back of the grip here, and again, I don't believe, unless you got a different, it looks like this will come off of here, this pad. So I don't know if maybe you could get a thicker pad, maybe get one of those slip-ons if you wanted to adjust the length of pull. I don't think as it stands you can do that. Not for me, the way it is fine. It's nicely textured here through the grip on both sides. I really like that. Again, textured down here on the forearm. I have a very similar overlay to this on my Ruger Mini 14, and I love it. I love the grip. I just love how good it feels in the hand. And so far, like I said, after I get these two mags through here, we'll be in for 300 rounds. Be 300 rounds, 10-22. Haven't had any problems. Nothing seems to be working loose or malfunctioning in any way with the gun. The gun seems great. And let's just finish it off. Oh, I don't know why I don't put one in there. So it tried to double feed. So it tried to double feed, or did not. Actually, I think it just didn't eject the round, and it tried to feed another one. And again, I do think that's possibly attributed to the ammunition, just simply because that ammo has been laying around in my office floor for quite some time, as I don't shoot, as I should more, but I don't shoot 22 that often. And so the ammo is super, super sticky. My wife kept asking what was all over. I think we're shooting maybe some, I think it's arms core. I think we're shooting a little CCI. There's some mix in there, but it was real sticky. And I've had that same issue with the Ruger when we were doing the 75th anniversary, where it wouldn't pull the other round out. It's like it literally stuck in the gun. And some of those rounds are very, very sticky. So I don't think it's attributed to the gun. You didn't see me clear it out because the camera overheated too. So we're having some heat issues with the camera. But either way, got it cleared up. Did not put any more rounds in the magazine. Let's charge it this time and see if we can finish it off. See, I think it's doing that again. Let me put the safety on. Yeah, it's basically doing that again, where it's not taking out the casing. And I was trying to not use that ammo. I was trying not to use that ammo, and I was telling my wife, like, try not to get those sticky ones. Get the ones with the gold tip and the silver body. And those seem to be feeding fine, but that magazine had a bunch of those sticky ones in them, and I'm convinced that that's what it is. What?
I said I did the total opposite. I put the silver ones.
Yeah, well, there you go. And you was doing this the whole time, saying, why is it so sticky? I don't know what's on that ammo, but ever since I bought that ammo and dumped it in that can, it's been that way. That same exact thing happened on my 75th anniversary Ruger. If you watch that review, the very same thing. I don't think it's related to the gun, but we're going to shoot it some more. We're going to find out if that's true or not. But so far, it's been a ton of fun, as my wife said, out at the range. Seemingly no issues with the gun. And again, traditionally 10-22 or 22 long rifle in general is just not a super reliable round. That's why they're used for varmint, small rodents and things, and just everyday having fun outside, plinking and stuff like that, because in general it's just not a super reliable round. But I really, really like the gun, and it's so much like a Ruger, minus the barrel being so short and just heavy. And so definitely go over, pick it up. Again, hit the link at the top right corner of the screen, and take you right over to their website. And at the end of the video here, there'll be another link in the end screen that you can click on, go right over and pick one up. I totally would buy it, absolutely. I can say that honestly. My wife liked it, which kind of surprised me because it did have the weight on it, and she didn't really care much for the 75th Ruger, and I love that thing. So I'm not sure. She really, really likes it, so we're going to go with her on this one. It was a fun gun to shoot. Thanks so much for watching. Please go over, check me out on Rumble. I try to put everything over there. I know there's some trolls over there too giving me a hard time because I haven't been uploading everything over there, but I'm trying my best. I can't take it straight from YouTube anymore. Go over, check me out on Patreon. I can put everything on Patreon that I put here on YouTube, and they make it super simple. Great, great platform. Consider going over there, supporting me monthly, whatever amount you want. I have a $5 option on there for now. Hope to get some exclusive content, bloopers, things like that. Go to gsquaredtactical.com, pick up some hats. I do have my G Squared hat today. We have shirts, we have all kinds of things. Go over there and pick you up some gear for your favorite blue collar 2A YouTube channel. And as always, to God be the glory.
Turn it on.